I've kept hearing from other people is that they don't know how to deal with the lack of communication in their relationships. Or maybe better would be to say that they lack communication skills. Or maybe they lack even the right approach. For example, your partner says, or maybe they don't even say nothing. You ask a question, like you send a message with a certain question that's bothering you, and they stop replying. You were just chatting and you send a question you wanted to ask, and no answer. Usually what happens is that people start thinking that, oh, they don't want to answer, they're hiding something, then they start to get anxious, stressed, they get rolling all the different interpretations of how the situation can be bad and how, well, basically how then can everything end. Then usually that is just an inconsistency, like inconvenience, or maybe like coincidence. Your partner just got busy in that moment, but you initiate a conversation about a topic that's bothering you, all the associated emotions of the potential possibilities of how that can be a reality, basically all different kinds of interpretations and all the emotions related with them are now basically at place in you, because they're running through your mind and you're reacting to them and you're anticipating them. So that would be a technical, essentially, that can be a technical view of what is happening to you in that moment. So all those fantasies come in your mind, they take emotional charges with them, and they overwhelm you. And what happens is that the more emotionally affected you are, it's like, you can imagine it as a force that brings your attention to those things. And the more sensitive they feel, the stronger they are, the more gripping they will be, and the less rationale they will essentially have. So that's a technical way of what happens. Why, for example, when you're thinking about it, with no bias, you don't feel nothing, you're neutral about certain contexts. That's why, for example, you can be betterly evaluate a friend's position or some stranger's position because you're not biased towards it. So that's why, for example, when you look at it neutrally, usually it's quite logical, like the first interpretation is quite logical and probably right. The one I mentioned is that it's probably just a coincidence. They're not replying because, well, they're busy. Something happened, that's why they're not replying. But in that moment, that's not the case. So, if that happens, it's a really useful thing to know, because if you can catch yourself in the moment where you lose ability to analytically and rationally think, you can know that field is something of great importance to you, because something was really strong, something pulled away your attention, and so much that you lost ability to critically think. Well, not critically, but basically more rationally. Wrapping this short thing up, the difference between good or bad communication in a relationship is highly rooted in aware can you be about what is happening in your mind. Because if you can say something honestly to someone and you're aware of it, it's pretty simple. That's actually why you have the partner and the friends. Because even if it's something really sensitive to you and really overwhelming emotionally, if you can say it out the way it is, but you first have to you have to grasp it. And you have to be honest so you could get it correctly. Then you can give it out to someone else. And then if that person cares about you, which I presume they do if they're close to you, they will help you understand if even if it will be a problem for